You're like off camera. I think my bun is crooked. Okay.
It moves like to its own beat.
Welcome to Marital Hate.
Welcome.
I'm Stacey.
I'm Doug.
We're married. We don't hate each other usually. A little bit on Sunday.
A little bit.
But we're here. Not like all Sundays, just this Sunday. Like 2 days ago.
And sometimes when there's football.
Oh my God, with the fucking football. In any case, we don't know what's gonna happen tonight. Like
we don't.
We never know what we're gonna talk about. We never know what's gonna get brought up. Actually, sometimes we talk about stuff like last night we talked about
it went off last night.
Strobe lights.
Yeah, it went off the rails last night.
Scissoring while having an epileptic fit. Watch last
Yeah, where else
episode.
are you gonna get that kind of entertainment?
And we also talked about natural health a little bit. And we talked about small town politics.
A little bit, yeah, little
we
rumor
really
mill.
Covered a little bit of everything, which is good because I had some notes yesterday. I had like I had about a dozen notes yesterday, yeah. and we tore right through it. But tonight I have zero notes, much like I had zero notes many times in the past, and we are I don't know. I think we're I wrote 4 notes while I was in the
on the toilet.
I was in the tub. I took a bath
in the tub
this morning.
Oh, okay.
So I wrote myself 4 little notes that I've got prepared for the class tonight, and one person's here. The class are for haters.
Class.
So I have been given the announcement that our friend Anne will not be here tonight.
Oh.
Everybody who's pals with Anne will not be here tonight. Her sister flew into town.
Oh,
apparently she's getting ready her house to sell. And if you're looking for a house in Scituate, I know of a good one, Ocean View. I don't know if it's Ocean View or Ocean Front. I think it's Ocean View.
Some sort of ocean.
In any case, yep, that's going on the market. So her sister flew up and they went to dinner tonight, so she's not going to be here. And then
I bet she's on her phone, like, yeah, hi sis, and she's like looking under the table. She's like,
she said she was going to check.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
I told her I took cannabis oil a while ago. I took Trainwreck tonight, which is a strain of cannabis, and I should look up the. We could make this like a little weed review.
Oh.
So in any case, I took Trainwreck at full extract cannabis oil. What did I take it? About 5? Right when we went to the grocery store.
Yeah, right. Well, like a little bit before 5.
Takes a while to kick in. It's 8. Maybe I didn't take enough.
Well, you were watching Ted yesterday, and one of the funnier scenes in Ted was when they were talking about the different strains of weed.
Oh, and the names.
Gorilla Panic. And I thought that was hysterical.
If you were going to name a strain of weed, what would you want to name it?
I would name it after you, first and foremost.
What would you name it?
I don't know.
My crazy fucking wife?
No. That's my wife. That's what it would be.
That's my wife would be Doug's name of a marijuana strain. Yeah, I think that would be. So it would be like one that makes you like horny and giggly and chatty.
And act inappropriate in a Jeep.
But what would happen if I did that? Like, I don't feel like I need to take that drug. I already have these problems. I think I need the opposite of all of that.
Yeah, well, because anybody else takes it, they start acting like you. If you take it, you act normal.
I don't want to act normal.
Well, what
would these people do every night if I acted normal?
Don't take That's My Wife then.
Okay, cool.
Don't enjoy it. I have a big thing to say.
What's that?
Kick off the show. It is National Turtle Day. Happy National Turtle Day, everybody.
Happy National Turtle Day.
I would like to teach turtle facts. Oh, there she goes. She's going to get our turtle. I would love everyone to learn a turtle fact today. I will be. No. I will give you various turtle facts and throughout the evening, and I will interrupt my wife as she's trying to tell a story, and she'll get mad at me. And then we have marital hate. It's what we're all about here at Marital Hate. So have you found a turtle?
I found a turtle. He's our little turtle mascot today. Yeah. I call him Yertle. He is our pool temperature turtle.
What is anybody in the audience see any problem with this turtle? Any issues at all?
What, that he has something shoved up his ass?
He's a saltwater turtle. He's a sea turtle, and that is a freshwater pool.
I would like to talk about the fact that he has something shoved up his ass that does not have a flange on it. That's how you end up in the ER.
It's not really his ass.
We talked about this.
It's not really his ass.
Is
and he is in the flange. He's acting as the flange.
If you shove
he's got his arms out. I'm the flange.
Theoretically, we could shove this up Doug's ass this way. Everybody,
theoretically,
if enough people comment, like, and share, we will.
I'm not doing that.
What? Why not?
It's been in the pool for a year and a half.
So we'll put we'll clean. Well, first of all, it's clean because it's got chlorine all over it.
I guess, yeah.
Do you want lube or no lube?
We
have to ask our followers.
Nobody's commenting.
No.
Nobody comment on
you
this.
can tell none of our regulars are here because those people would be all over this.
I don't know if you can see that. Pool is 88
I don't know who
degrees
Jay Dolce
right
is, but he says to do it.
Jay is a old time co-worker turned lawyer. Good dude.
Jay, will you bail me out of jail if I get in trouble for this when you represent me? Because I'll just do it while it's sleeping. I love to shove things up.
What if I like it and I want it done on a daily basis?
I'm just
twice
saying,
a day.
do it, try it.
Twice on Sundays.
Like it. As our we have only one gay son. We have one delightful I don't know what Wes's sexual preferences, but I don't really know. I just happen to know with Nolan because we've met many a boyfriend. Well, not many, a boyfriend. And there's a new one that we hear good things about. Shout out to Casey. But we had Nolan and I had an in-depth conversation at Costco one day about how you've never tried sucking a dick.
I have not.
And he was genuinely baffled by that.
I went to art school.
I keep telling your dad all the
People
time,
think.
you can't say you're not gay until you try it. And he's like, you mean he's never tried it? Why has my dad never tried it? Incidentally, Jay will be in the cell next to me. I don't think that they normally put boys in the cell next to the girl.
You don't want to listen to this all day, Jay. No.
Maybe he does. Maybe he finds me to be fucking delightful. You ever think about that?
No. Well, you might be delightful.
Incidentally, last night the topic of Monolaurin came up, and I have my
bag.
This is the empty bag. We have full bag.
Monolaurin.
This is the Monolaurin that I buy. It's by Inspired Nutrition.
It means one Lauren.
The ultimate Monolaurin. It's a natural antibiotic, antiviral, and antifungal made from the same ingredient, active ingredient as breast milk, lactic acid, and it comes from coconuts.
And it helps when your wife puts a dirty pool thermometer in your butt.
Yes. It is vegan. It is non-GMO. It is sourced from a GMP certified facility. I don't know what that means. It's third-party tested.
Third-party tested.
And
that's the big one.
It has allergen warning. It contains tree nuts because it contains coconut. And they say to start with a quarter scoop to a level scoop once daily, increasing it 2 to 3 times a day as needed or directed by a healthcare professional. This shit is fucking magic. You should ask your, health authority what to do. And definitely don't take any advice from a stranger on the internet who swears by this shit.
Well, she swears a lot.
And I do swear. But anytime you feel something coming on,
sniffle,
a lot of people take it.
Throat,
a lot of people take it throughout cold and flu season. I actually read something interesting from Barbara O'Neill today. And
I don't know who that is.
By read, I mean watched on TikTok. The lady that reminds me of my friend Lynn and me and Christina all in like one person.
Okay.
But she's Australian.
Yep.
She said if you have a bad head cold, the best thing you can do is put onions on the bottom of your feet. Wrap that shit up.
I've actually heard that before.
Go to sleep.
I think that was an old Amish trick. Because that's why the Amish
they seem to be the healthiest fucking people around, Amish.
I don't know. It's because they don't have EMFs in their house from their router.
Back to the Monolaurin. See, comes with a little scoop. It's these little pellets.
It's a pellet.
Not homeopathy. It's you want to swallow this. You do not want to chew it or suck on it because it tastes like fucking soap. Jen up the street, my hot ass neighbor, says that onions absorb everything. I think she's right. I'm gonna start putting them on my stomach to absorb my fat. That might be a good time.
It could. It keeps vampires away. What else do onions do? Flavor a soup.
Flavor soup. I don't know. Onions are fucking great. Speaking of weight loss, holy shit, my friend Darcy, she looks amazing. She's lost more. She had her follow-up.
She deserves it.
From her gastric bypass. She looks fantastic. She's lost more weight than they expected her to lose. And the poor thing has fucking pneumonia on top of everything. She just had major surgery.
You know what she should take?
Mother to 5.
Monolaurin.
I don't know. See, she's very limited in what she can and can't do these days because of the thing. You have to take all kinds of supplements and shit. Like if you think gastric bypass is the easy way out, or I don't know if she had gastric or lap band or stapling. I don't know which specific one she had. I could ask if anybody's interested, and I'm sure she'd be happy to talk.
Actually, she did the new the craze that all the kids are doing. Eat Pop Rocks and drink Coke, and your stomach just like fills up. I would be dead like 50 times
for 4 months. I would be dead 50 times by now.
Why don't I like come up with medical stuff? Because that's brilliant.
I come up with medical stuff that's already been discovered.
Oh yes, you did. Yeah. Oh, you cured autism the other day, and guess what?
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night. Yeah. But this is what we're here for. People tuning in are being like, why is she? Why
drugs.
is she
Doing drugs.
No, it's not a drug.
No, it's monolor.
It's
and
a
it's
natural
a natural
occurring,
product. In any case,
substance.
I had to take some because on Saturday, I went to a children's birthday party, and uncharacteristically for myself, I wore underwear. And
I have a picture of the underwear after about 5 minutes after we got home.
Oh, it's actually really funny. Doug can show it to you. I will allow that. I will allow it. But the story is that we went to a children's party, and I was going to be like hanging out with little kids and stuff. And you don't want to flash your beaver at children. That's not nice. And so I wore panties, like little boy shorts, but they're like they have like a cotton liner, but they're like synthetic or whatever. But I don't usually wear underwear because I always find it fucks me up. So anyway, I get home. I couldn't rip that shit off fast enough, and
so she rips it off and kicks it. And we have our dining room table are these dolphin sculptures, of course, because we live in Florida. And so then that's where the underpants ended up on the nose of the dolphin.
Are they still there?
I think
they might still be there. We're a fucking hot mess. We can't control ourselves. Yes, you're welcome. I didn't show your children my gooch. I wore panties like a big girl. It was a big day for me. But then I flicked that thing off.
Did you also wear a bra?
I wore a bra too.
Jeez.
If
it is somebody's birthday.
If you and Soph, not yours, if you and Soph and Macy and Lenny ever wonder, and all of your friends ever wonder if we love you, the fact that I wore a bra and panties for like a solid 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
that's the greatest dedication of love I can give you. Oh, that lettuce wrap was fucking baller. Doug tried to make them today.
Not as good.
It was well, I don't know that it wasn't even as good, but something about it tasted bad to me, and I don't know if it was the chicken or
chicken was good.
I ate it.
It was good.
I don't know. But in any case, you would have been explaining that, not me explaining the cooch. Mine. It just, I keep it all shaved up and whatnot, so it's like theirs. It's just bigger.
Talk about a lettuce wrap.
You're calling my vagina a lettuce wrap. Miss Stacy doesn't wear panties because they hurt, and her cooch needs to breathe. And so anyway, I've been having trouble. Like,
how many? 13 minutes in, we've already talked about the cooch.
My cooch needs to breathe. Yeah, that could be the name of the episode.
Cooch needs to breathe.
In any case, if you guys hear a quote on this that is worthy of a name, an episode name, we'll give you bragging rights. The only episode that has been named by someone besides us was named by Charlie, and Charlie gets bragging rights. So but Tracy finally guessed what my varsity letter was in. And if you didn't know, if you haven't watched the podcast before, I got my varsity letter in chess because I'm a fucking dork. Do you have a varsity letter in anything?
I do not.
Well, there you go.
But I was in a punk band, and you know we didn't allow kids with varsity letters into our shows. Well, no, I'm kidding. I don't know. Everybody was welcome. That's the beauty of punk rock. I went to all of the shows. I stage dove. You stage dove at all of the shows. Did you show your lettuce wrap?
I kept my lettuce wrap fairly under wraps at that point in time. Not till like junior year in high school was I flashing that shit all over the place. But that's a whole other nonsense.
That's nice. That's my wife.
I find clothes to be painful for the most part, and yeah, I try not to wear them because they hurt. So I wear these little moo things. You guys may have noticed. And look at this. You can just be like,
wah, wah.
I'm gonna get.
That's my wife.
Maybe I just pull it down and see
people think
people notice that like there's a naked lady.
I think we're gonna get fined by like Facebook.
They're gonna pull this video down.
Like, you can't have that. They're talking about breathable cooches, lettuce wraps.
I would like to talk about what's happening with my shoulders. Should my shoulders be like more pronounced?
You look like you've been. I don't know.
With all the swimming I've been doing?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Just put those things away.
My tits aren't going anywhere. They're fucking here. You can't help it. Like, I'm glad that the camera.
Get used to it.
You guys haven't seen how much I play with my tits, like randomly, like a goddamn weirdo.
That's my wife.
I had a quote that hit me hard today.
Oh, a quote that hit you hard. Yes, I remember this quote.
I don't think it's the quote that you remember, but there was the one from Nathan, and we should definitely quote Nathan because that was
Nathan was good.
That was a good one, but I don't remember exactly how that quote went. But the quote that, once time is gone, it's gone, and I heard that, and I just started fucking hysterically, like shaking and bawling in the bathtub this morning.
Because it's funny? Because it sounds like a bad Pink Floyd lyric.
No, it's not funny at all. I think about like the 10 years that I have spent with my stupid fucking illness, not being able to function as a person and struggling every day. And, you know, at various points in my day wanting to die. And then of course, all the time that my kids haven't talked to me and all the time that I haven't been making money, and then like, you know, certain things that we've lost with your kids with time, and I just, yeah, it's rough, and I'm just trying to make the best of every day we have. But like, I got to tell you, yesterday I did nothing all day except the podcast, like not like anything for the, I think I might have, did I even do a podcast promo? I don't even think so. And today I helped a friend with something, and I helped them with a phone call, and then we had a long chat, and so that was good. And I talked to my friend Christina today, which always makes me happy. And
Christina was a little caffeinated today. I thought she was like,
well, she got away for the weekend, which was good because she they just had their anniversary, so they went down
Happy
to
anniversary
Hard Rock
to those folks.
And I don't know, good for them.
It's the Guitar
it's
Hotel.
Apparently it's changed completely since it's the Guitar Hotel, because I had stayed there years ago, and it was nice then. But they said it's even better now, and the pools are bigger, and they went with friends, they got the cabana, they had a blast.
Oh, the cabana
and they deserved it.
Mucho dinero.
I also came to a conclusion about, I was watching a whole thing about, do you guys remember years ago there was a recoding of all the medical stuff? It was a pre-Obamacare.
Yes, right.
I had seen a TikTok, and I've seen a couple of them talking about this now, and I thought it was really interesting. So there's so many fucking medical codes now. Like, you could be like, I like to shove my pool thermometer up my ass, and there's a fucking medical code for that. And it's like oddly specific and like kind of concerning how very specific it is, because basically what happens is if your employer has right to see your insurance billing, they can see that.
They can see what's wrong with it.
Anybody if you have federal insurance, the government can see it. The government can see everything anyway. And so on and so forth, which is interesting, because that's why a lot of therapists and a lot of people don't want to go to therapy, because they're worried that someone's going to find out their information. And a lot of therapists are like, we're not going to take insurance anymore because we don't want to report this information. And our therapist, actually, we pay cash. We pay HSA, but we pay cash because that's how she bills. I think the money is well worth it. It's not much more than a copay. So with a what's your copay? So we pay $50 an hour, and she's excellent. And I can text her if I need her, and Doug can, and she'll squeeze me in. And I kind of go for check-ins now. But like last with Mother's Day, like I texted her that week. I was like, hey, can you get me in? And she was going to squeeze me in on her day off. And then the following week, she was going to squeeze me in. I'm like, listen, I'm doing fine. Just see somebody else.
You know why she's doing fine? Off. This podcast and the people in it.
The podcast
showing
is really,
support.
Honestly, the podcast has really helped, because it has shown me, despite the fact that I feel like garbage and every day is a fucking struggle, it gives me something to look forward to. I know that there's so many people that feel isolated and lonely. So I try to be here for y'all, and I have to put it on a big fucking smile. And sometimes I cry, like y'all, if you've watched before, like I'll be like crying about my sad life. So, we really look forward to doing it. We hope it brightens people's lives. We've gotten a lot of message to that fact. So I can't complain.
And it's another way to celebrate National Turtle Day.
Okay, go ahead.
Fact number 1 about turtles, their top shell, the carapace. So if you're, you ever see a turtle, whatever, he's like, oh, look at his carapace.
Look at the carapace on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the carapace length on that. And
this is the shit Doug says when I'm not here. Is he said, look at the carapace.
Look at the carapace on that.
I don't even know what to fucking say about that.
Anyway, so I hope you've learned something about turtles today.
Okay, I have a fun game.
You have a fun game?
Yeah,
sure.
Not turtle related.
It's not turtle related.
It's
okay, I'll allow it.
Not carapace or cloaca related in any way, shape, or form. You can play along at home. Ready? We're going to talk about the first time you had sex.
No, we're not.
No. Hear me out. It's more ethereal.
Ethereal. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, in my hand,
yeah,
is a little tiny blonde,
yeah,
a little tiny redhead, and a little tiny brunette. Okay, you guys see?
Yeah.
Just little tiny. Okay, so you're gonna take.
Why are they tiny?
Just hear me out.
Okay.
Pick up the brunette. You pick one up. You at home. Pick up the brunette. Hold it up against your face. Does that feel like the first time you had sex? Does it feel like the first time you?
Yes, it does. As a matter of fact. Oh, this is great. Ooh.
No, I'm serious. Does it feel like?
No, I don't.
Okay, stop. Put it back.
I like this. It's good.
Put it back. Put it back.
Come back.
Can you just play the fucking joke,
I
please?
don't know what the joke
He has
is.
to be a fucking Weisenheimer.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so they can fit in my hand. That's why they have to be small. Play along, people. It's fun. Okay. Pick up the blonde. Hold her up against your face. Does that feel like the first time you had sex?
No.
Okay, put it back. All right. Try the redhead. The redhead will probably do it. I know you haven't had the best experience, but does that feel like the first time you had sex?
No. Still,
Okay.
Still doesn't do it.
Take all three of them.
Yeah.
Take all three of them and shake them up.
Yeah.
In one hand.
No, see, I messed up your joke with my two hands. I saw it coming.
Stop it. Do it with one hand.
Okay, yeah.
No, you didn't do it.
I can't. Okay.
Does that feel like the first time you had sex?
I
I thought it was really funny, but you ruined my joke. I stole it from
sorry.
Natasha Lyonne. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world, but you fucking ruined it.
Sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate you're the world's worst helper.
You want to? Well, if you want a good joke, you know I have good jokes.
No, you don't.
I do. I
Nope.
really do.
Nope. Go ahead. Do it.
No, I'm going to tell my.
No, hear Doug's wonderful joke. Hear how funny he is. I'm the creator of lesbian epileptic scissoring with disco fingers and strobe lights,
Disco fingers.
butt
that's
plugs. Right. And this man is about to tell you this joke. Go ahead, honey.
Why'd the monkey fall out of the tree? He was dead. It's a fantastic joke. And in my mind, every time I went, the first time I heard that joke, I just saw a chimpanzee fall out of a tree, just land on the ground, big cloud of dust. It's just funny.
Okay, if you say so.
I don't know. You can write in the comments if you like it or not.
Weed.
And it's not you who.
No, but I would like to know.
Those clouds back there. That's the guy back there.
I don't really smoke. I usually take cannabis oil because I take it for medical purposes, and also I cough like crazy and I piss when I cough. So
that's nice.
Everybody.
That's real nice.
I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I would like to talk about ads on the internet.
Ads on the internet.
Yes.
Like the amount of ads that are now on YouTube. When you try to watch a 3-minute clip, you get 3 ads.
No, but I was just talking about how, like, when you're on Facebook or whatever various place that you're at, and you'll be in your feed and you're thinking it's like a normal, like, oh, this is my friend posting or whatever.
Yes,
like
right,
you're expecting
right.
to see,
yeah. And then
like right now we're seeing a lot of graduations, we're seeing a lot of proms, babies, weddings, that kind of thing, and you think that's what it is, but in fact, it is them trying to sell you some piece of crap.
Indeed.
And I think like a lot of people fall for these sales tactics because they prey on your insecurities. They're going to try to sell you stuff because that's how they make money. And
it's a good time to say congratulations, all you grads.
Congratulations to all the grads.
Lot of
Becky,
folks out there.
Becky, who else do we know that graduated? I saw that Steve Corrado's kid graduated, and
Susan Dwyer's daughter.
My friend Anne Marie Selden's kid. I don't know which kid.
Nola graduated.
I don't know who Nola is.
Nola is my former stepsister-in-law's daughter.
So congratulations to all the graduates and the parents of the grads.
Temple, I believe.
Doing a great job. What did some other couple that we know had a kid graduate that we know the couple, but I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway. So when you're scrolling down your feed, you expect to see, helpful things. And that's not what we saw. In fact, you see ads for shit. And so I troll the ads now.
Oh, you troll them.
It's my fun hobby. So there was a
is that a good use of your time?
Well, if the ad shows up in my feed.
I trolled the chicken slacks and I got yelled at because that wasn't a positive thing to bring into the world.
Who's
but
the chicken slacks?
That horrible band that I posted on their wall. I'm like, you guys just need to stop.
Yeah, but the chicken slacks weren't doing anything to harm anyone.
Were they? They're ruining soul music forever.
They're not ruining soul music forever. Let it go. You're going to hurt their feelings. You don't crush creative artistry. I'm talking about companies that are trying to make women feel like shit and make money. And I'm going to fucking troll those assholes. So Balenciaga was on Twitter. And not Twitter, TikTok.
Is that a person or a company? Balenciaga.
It wasn't even Balenciaga. It was Birkin. It was a Birkin Kelly bag with a fucking bow. And I was like, well, I think we talked about this before. You could buy yourself a piece of farmland. That'd be great. Like for that amount of money, you can buy yourself a piece of farmland. You can go live with Charlie. Hey, Charlie, what's going on?
Charles.
Archbishop 401.
Archie.
I don't know why it's 401.
I'm going to call him Archie from now on.
I don't know why it's 401 because he does not live in Rhode Island, but whatever. He lives on a big piece of land. He could have taken $15,000 instead of buying a handbag and bought himself a nice piece of land.
Well,
He fortunately already has a nice piece of land. However, that would be a good option. And so I commented that, and something like 30,000 people have liked my comment. So today I got a feed in an ad in my Facebook feed for Botox, and I was like, oh yeah, let's encourage women to shoot chemicals into their bodies. Great idea. Listen, I'm all for do what you want to do for your body, but and you get to do whatever the fuck you want, right? Like, I don't care if you do heroin, smoke crack, whatever. You're a consenting adult, I'm assuming. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but I also really care about people and their health, right? Like, I believe in their right to do what they want to do as consenting adults. And also I genuinely care about their health. So like, if you want to have stuff done, but no chemicals. Chemicals are bad. Drugs are bad. Okay. That's not to say that all drugs are bad.
Drugs are fun.
I'm very cautious. I'm very cautious with anything that comes from a lab. I think that the side effects are underrepresented dramatically. Our pal Jeff is here. He used to troll the ads, but it was caused me to get more advertised. I wasn't at all interested in.
Don't click on anything, especially actually on Facebook Marketplace.
I think you might raise a valid point.
You click on the wrong thing, you're gonna see that for months on end. We got to
figure out a way to start doing this inside. I'm dying.
It is
and it hasn't even gone into rain season yet. By the way, it's super droughty on Cape. Actually, there was a chick on the Cape Coral page today, and her lawn died, and her landlord is like, your lawn's dead and you're responsible for replacing it.
Yeah, no.
And she's like, what? Every lawn on our street is dead because we have not had rain.
Yeah, no, not
like much. We have not had rain yet.
We have a 30% chance this evening, though. Look at that.
Thank God.
Look at that.
I hate to be one of those, but we really need the rain. But we really need the rain. Like, it's a problem. We really need the rain.
But the problem is,
it's normal. We have a dry season and we have a wet season.
When it rains here, you can get like 12 inches in an hour and a half.
It's fucking bonkers.
Insanity.
You'll see it. Actually, there's a few podcasts that we did where it started to rain.
Right. And if it's,
but it wasn't anything crazy. Like,
if that was snow,
when it's raining, like Florida rain, if you've never experienced Florida rain, it's fucking bonkers. It's like sheets of rain, monsoon. Charlie says for $15K. You can buy a slightly smaller biodome and live off grid. Yeah.
How many square feet is that of living space is that biodome, Charlie? That's what
Charlie would love to know how big your biodome is. But his biodome comes with basically nothing. Like, it's just a dome, and he has to build the platform, and he's been having some issues with it. My problem with the biodome is it comes with very little stuff. Like, it doesn't have plumbing. It doesn't have heat. Like,
so it's just a geodesic dome with glass plates or plexiglass plates or no insulation, I would think.
I don't know. One of these days we'll have Charlie on the show and he can tell us all about his biodome.
Right. It'll be biodome day.
I have big plans for Charlie and our cult.
You do? Okay.
I really don't. If you decide to move down, that would be fantastic. And I do like the idea of having people who can support one another nearby each other, even if it's just a couple of us. But I feel like most people are lacking community, and if the shit hits the fan, you're gonna need community more than anything else. And don't get me wrong, in apocalypse world, Charlie's probably one of the most appealing people on the planet because he's prepared for that shit.
Because he already looks like a zombie. Oh, sorry, Charlie.
You can't say that Charlie looks like a zombie, but I think
Charlie looks like
Charlie
a lot.
has survival skills, and that's very valuable. Charlie looks like Mick Fleetwood.
Well, he looks a lot like Mick Fleetwood, the lead singer for the Black Crows, and King Moonracer from Rudolph, who's the lion, the flying lion that heads up.
You think Charlie looks like a flying lion?
King Moonracer. He's got that voice.
Charlie does have a good voice.
I'll let me pull that up and we can.
Oh, so you pulled up my panties on the thing. There was something else we talked about showing people. I don't quite remember what it was, and I didn't promote the podcast today. Did you ever see if your Facebook is going public?
I have made it gone public.
Perfect. Oh, so it wasn't public when you started it? You had to change it?
Yeah, for some reason it like
kind of said,
that's King Moonracer right there with it reminds me of Charlie. He's got the deep voice, he's got the beard situation happening, he's got a hat.
There you go. I can't believe it's 8:30. Oh, look at this. Tracy is fully prepared to live off grid. She loves camping and shooting. All good.
Oh.
She's also
well, what is she gonna is she gonna shoot us? Or is she going to shoot food?
I'd take that. I'd take a shot in the head. That'd be good.
I'm telling you, shooting is only good if you're bringing home the vittles.
Well, I would say that we need somebody to shoot perhaps anybody coming to steal Charlie away from us.
Intruder alert.
From the land of the misfits. That's probably what I would call it, the land of the misfits. Get ourselves registered as a as a religious organization.
Right.
Call it the land of misfits. There's a church, I think it's in Minnesota, and it's like the Church of No Bullshit or whatever it's called. It's got some ridiculous name like that. And they're having problems because in the state law, you can't have a curse word in your business name or your religious affiliation name.
I bet BJ's does a good business there.
So if we call it the land of the misfits, then we're good to go. Oh, fuck. Uriel's here.
Uriel.
Everybody's heard Uriel's music before. We told you to look it up. Uriel Bork, there's his name. He's on YouTube, also Spotify, some other places. He sings in French.
Check it out.
It's really
good stuff.
It's really different than anything you've ever heard before. I definitely think that you would especially enjoy it if you were high, but I liked it even when I wasn't high.
It was good.
I'm so glad you're here.
It was a nice atmosphere. That music creates an atmosphere, and that's what good music
is. And it really does.
It
creates a great atmosphere. Charlie says because his biodome is about 18, his cost about $18K. It's 36 feet wide, 18 feet tall, 1,000 square feet with the option to build a loft under his skylight. That's pretty cool, Charlie. Our house is only 1,200 square feet, and Charlie is 6'4", 6'5". Did we have this conversation last time? I thought it was 6'4". In any case, he needs a big dome so he can walk around. Plus, he's got the hat on. Charlie, do you wear the hat in the house? I need to know.
I'm thinking if I had a biodome, I would leave it like empty, and I would ride a dirt bike around in the circle, like maybe up and over, like those guys at the circus. That's
fun. How you break your biodome, and I don't know that you can really insure a biodome. But who knows?
Well, 18 grand, break it, get insurance,
buy a new one,
buy another one, build another one, make a set of boobies like of the land.
It's actually funny because I was talking to Nolan today and about his future career, what he wants to do with his life, and
don't give away the farm. Don't tell him the secret product.
No, not at all. But one of the things that I thought about subsequent to our call was what percentage of millionaires come from the insurance business. Like that's the biggest group of millionaires is in the insurance game. And so that's just something to think about. And generally speaking, if you're doing insurance, you're kind of self-employed. You can work for an agency or for a major company like Prudential or whatever. But what's my point here? But you make your own hours, you make your own schedule.
But then again, if you meet a young lady at a bar or something, you're like, hey, what do you do for a living? And she's like, hey, what do you do for a living? And then you're like, yeah, I sell insurance. It's like not the sexiest thing.
Yeah, but when you suddenly you're wearing your coat made of $100 bills, suddenly you appear far more attractive.
Well, that's the wrong kind of woman you're attracting right there. Tell you that
yeah, Tracy is pointing out that you did the Photoshop of her as Dexter. So yeah, I have, I occasionally have a death wish. And by occasionally, I mean every day. Yet here we are. Guys. So for those of you who pay attention, our pal Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a big debate. Our pal Jeff, who I don't know if he's here tonight. I think he was here. Was
Jeff
he here?
Hesketh? Yeah, he's here.
Yeah. So Jeff, last week he chimed in late, said he's late he was going to his granddaughter's recital, and their car broke down.
Yep.
So they have a Kia, and they had to drop it off at Kia for the weekend. Of course, he said all this in the thread. He had to drop it off at fucking Kia, and so Kia has determined that he in fact needs a new engine, and fortunately, thank God, because they just paid it off. Covered, which is great, except they're like, so there's this other stuff that will probably need to be replaced anyway, and
that's how they get you,
belts and shit and hoses, and you need to replace all of that, and it's probably going to be like $1,000. And Jeff is like, and on the one hand, he just paid off his car, and on the other hand, it sounds like a bunch of fucking upsells. So I think that if that car doesn't work when you leave there, you blame them. But I understand him wanting his car back and have it done with. But
hey, I'd
rather. Well, first of all, the company has to pay for his rent-a-car because he was covered under warranty.
Yep.
Which is great. Except, he's got to make his decision. But I got to go with make the. I'm not paying for shit. It's covered by the warranty means covered by the fucking warranty.
Well, I would enjoy a nice new engine in any vehicle that I own.
It would be delightful, but he's just happy that he's paid it off and that it's going to be repairable.
That's right. It's a
so if y'all can send some good vibes to Lisa and Jeff, that would be great. I'd also appreciate it. My friend Todd, who I don't think is here tonight, our friend Todd, who usually comes, sweetheart of a guy. Todd is getting injections in his eyeballs tomorrow.
No. Sorry,
Yeah,
Todd.
he's a fucking
I
trooper.
no habla right
As
there.
a matter of fact, I think Jeff said he was getting injections too, but not in his eyeballs. Like every injection anybody gets compared to eyeballs, like now I'll never fucking complain again.
Yeah.
Charlie said technically when they shipped it to me, we have a very large tent ready to ship to you. Sure, was my reaction. Charlie's generally pretty chill unless people get up in his space, and the only person that ever really gets up in his space is me.
Dark cloud.
Me. I'm the dark cloud in his life. I'm like I'm like his little sister, but like his mom, but like I don't. It's a very strange relationship. It makes no sense, but he's my bestie, and I love him, and he's amazing, and we go way back. Charlie
Chess Club
also has a varsity letter in chess, and I cannot wait. We'll have him on the podcast one day, and I will show you a picture of Charlie in 1994 versus Charlie today. Tracy says to get a second opinion on the car. It's covered by the warranty, so I don't know that. And it's at the Kia dealership, so she's happy. Oh, apparently Jeff's wife is driving a Camaro convertible around
this hot
the rental
stuff
place.
running around.
She is having a blast. Good for her. And the good news about it, I'm super itchy on my feet. God
Bug
damn it,
spray.
everything bites me. Maybe.
Bug spray.
Yeah, but we have the thing going. Is it just extra buggy right now?
Might be.
Oh,
Look, I see rain clouds coming.
That's good. We need rain clouds.
We do need the rain, as you've heard.
So, good for Lisa and her Camaro. Oh, look at this. Deb Jorgie's here.
Oh, hello, Deb.
My husband has Lyme. They wanted to needle his eye with risk of going blind.
Ooh.
What the fuck is wrong with people? Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh.
Yeah, I keep saying that. I have a book that I'm talking about making about what fucking idiots doctors are, because, and don't get me wrong, there's people in the medical profession that genuinely want to help people, but the system is just so fucking broken, and they don't think about the consequences of things. And that's the thing. So my doctor back home, the one that diagnosed me with Lyme, is Dr. Chris Pichet, and he's fantastic. I highly recommend him. Last I knew, he was not taking new patients. He's in Norwell, Massachusetts. It's called Circle of Life Family Medicine. His wife is also a doctor, Dr. Jennifer Pichet. They're fantastic people, and they're physicians that actually care. Excuse my little tiny burp. They're physicians that actually care. And what Chris will do is he'll be like, okay, like and I don't remember what it was, but this happened to me later. We had something that we were going to do, and he's like, well, I can order the lab on that, but what's the purpose of ordering that lab? Like, do you just want to know if you have it, or do you want to treat it? Or like, are you going to do the treatment for it? So one thing that happened is, now is not the time.
I'm saving a photo.
I understand. That I went to the hospital shortly after this conversation I had with him, and I was really not doing well. I think I was having, that was the food poisoning incident, and they wanted to test me for the flu, and I'm like, they were going to shove this pipe cleaner thing up my nose to test for the flu, which I think was how they were originally testing for COVID.
I think so. Yeah, something like
that. And I was like, why would we do that? And she's like, to see if you have the flu. And I'm like, well, what are you going to do if we have the flu? And she's like, well, we're going to give you Tamiflu. And I'm like, I'm not going to take that. And so she's like, and I'm like, so what's the purpose of the test again? And she's like, well, there is none. And she threw it down and walked out.
Yeah, she was not happy. But the thing was, like, if you're, like a lot of these tests, they just run them. And then if they don't even ask you, like,
they're just running up your bill when they run them up your bill, because they don't give a shit. And, but there are people that do care. And the thing that's fucked up is in the United States, instead of like, there's this thing called dark field blood analysis. I would recommend everybody look into it, but we don't look at the live blood. We're like guessing, and we run all these tests, and the tests are only as useful as the lab. So you should ask yourself some questions about that. Ask your local medical professional or whatever. Deb says no to needles. Lisa, Jeff says that Lisa gives people eye needles. She's in ophthalmology. Some of the stories I could tell, I learned never to ask how Lisa's day went over dinner. That's the kind of stuff that I would be fascinated by. And I don't know how she does it. And she has really, like, it's just something I realized today is I just really like her energy. Like, I don't really know her that well, but I really like her energy. I know Jeff a little bit. I've, liked Jeff's energy for a while, but Lisa, I just like.
So you're saying we like Lisa better than Jeff?
No,
equally.
Okay,
right.
But it's clarifying. But it's weird to meet
for
someone, and of course we see her through Jeff's eyes. It's weird to meet someone and have like a instant feeling about them.
Yeah.
But
That
I
doesn't
had a
happen
mixed
a lot,
feeling about
you know.
you. We've
But
been
there was
married for
a
10
lot of the
years.
folks that we met that night that were
Oh, everybody was fantastic. Actually, I miss Pam and Tammy. I think that they haven't been in a while, but I wish they were. Charlie says Stacy is the only headache I have. That is the little sister I never had. She's the greatest in a headache all at once. Oh, I get that a lot. I really do. Check out this guy, guys. It looks really good. Deb agrees. Yuck about the eye jabs. It's gross. And she's a big fan of the dark field microscope. And Jeff agrees with me that his wife is fucking awesome.
I don't know what a dark field microscope is exactly.
I don't know either. I have so many things I've been trying to figure out all day today. Right now, I'm barely getting through
it's not our job.
I'm barely getting through the humidity and the bug bites. And Tracy's not here to Google things, and Ann's not here to Google
Tracy was
with her.
Here.
Tracy was here.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she's.
Well, that's right. The Dexter thing. Tracy usually she can explain to us what a dark.
She will not be ignored.
I'm sorry.
She's
I'm
like
having a time. I'm having
Glenn
a time.
Close in that
I gotta
movie,
tell you guys, Sunday afternoon was super stressful. Yesterday I was like super depressed and not knowing what to do with my life. And then today I was helping people all day, and that was stressful. And I got some news that I was like really fucking like shook by. And then I couldn't really calm down. And because I'm all out of kilter, we didn't do our meditation today. We didn't do our breath work today. Didn't do them yesterday. I didn't swim. Like, I'm all fucked up. So hopefully tomorrow we will be slightly back more on track. But at some point we need to go to Costco. So apparently this is something we learned last year, is that when you when your phone contract is up or you don't have to be with your phone company anymore, slut it up, switch companies. Because a lot of the times the companies will pay you like $500 to switch.
It's called the old switcheroo.
So they're going to give us, if we buy T-Mobile through Costco is, we have a Costco membership, highly recommended. You get like Netflix for free for a year, Apple TV for free for a year. You get your phone. They pay you like $500 to come over, and they give you 2 new iPhones. It's like some crazy deal. And it's even better through Costco than it is through, like, say, just regular T-Mobile. So we need to get over there because our phones are still currently working, which means that we can get some credit for them and get paid to switch over. And we are due for new phones, and we would save about $50 a month on our bill alone. And then we would get our Netflix for free, which we're currently paying for. So there's that. Lisa says, poke, get blood on TV screen, see blood moving, look for Lyme and cancer, etc. So she's saying that
sounds gross.
That you'll see the blood moving on a TV screen, and you'll be able to look for Lyme and cancer, etc. So I think that that's I think that the way that we've been doing it is not necessarily working. I am fucking dying between the heat and the bug bites.
There's a little breeze going.
I just want to jump in the fucking pool right now. It's killing me. So
nobody's twisting your arm to do this podcast.
They're not. I just feel like shit. We're gonna have to start doing it inside. But how do we do that? Like,
we'll figure it out. Maybe we do it in front of the sliders.
We just sit at a different table.
Yeah, we just like
the table that's in the house that has my underwear hanging off a dolphin's nose. That one. That's the table that we would be on. It's no wonder we only have 5 viewers today. Although some people said, I guess you can react live.
I would react like that to a needle in the eye. I'll tell you that much. My heart goes out to anybody that has to have that.
In general, I'm just not really a big fan of those. I don't particularly enjoy them. Did you say hi to your lizard friend today?
I did say hi to my lizard friend, and guess what? We had a second lizard friend over on the other side of the patio today. I'm like, hello. And I could tell it was a different one because it had a different pattern on its back.
Yeah, no, he has a different pattern. So I was over there talking to Christina this morning. We have like these chaise lounges over there. And so I was sitting on the chaise lounge, and I look over, and this lizard runs in, looks me dead in the eye, and starts doing the fucking dewlap dance again. I'm telling you, these lizards are so horny, they're going after people. What am I? Okay, just like I don't know what to do with a massive dong. Sorry, not having it. Nope, not doing it. And thank you for not having a monster dong. I like your.
Well, thanks for telling everybody.
I love your above average dong. Too much sometimes, but here you go. But a lizard, I don't know what to do with a great big dong, and I don't know what to do with a lizard. What the fuck kind of freaky shit do you do with a lizard? Is that even a thing? Do people?
Somebody's done something with
lizards.
I'm sure someone's done something with Komodo on the island of Komodo. It gets lonely.
I don't know. A Komodo dragon will fuck you up.
They will mess you up. Do not mess. I've seen pretty much every animal I've ever wanted to see, and seeing a full adult size Komodo dragon, completely impressive.
I
It's
find
such
this
an impressive
to be
animal.
very concerning.
Oh.
Okay, so I Googled.
You don't want to know what my wife Googles. Folks.
Okay, so we
You
have this
just
running
don't.
joke that at my funeral we're gonna pull up my Google history so everyone can be mutually horrified. So this is what I pulled up: sex with a lizard, to see if some idiot has attempted to have sex with a lizard.
Yep.
And found out. The first article that comes up. It's an article from Vice.
Oh, who is doing not so well in the business world, as they just filed bankruptcy.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, they this was an article from April 28th, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
4 men gang raped in a protected monitor lizard. Expert explains why.
Expert explains why. You need a herpetologist to tell you why these 4 gentlemen.
I mean, can you think of reasons why you would feel the need to get 3 of your friends together and sexually assault a lizard? Lizard that, by the way, a lizard that will fuck you up.
All right, hang
Owls
on.
Are here.
Hang on a sec. I will say this. Yeah, there's an owl.
I think the owl's down to fuck a lizard.
I will eat that lizard.
Not a monitor. Monitors are gigantic.
Okay. So here's the thing: we have invasive species. Monitors are not indigenous to Florida, and essentially, if that monitor was in Florida, and you got 4 guys and you had sex with it and killed it, you'd be doing Florida Fish and Wildlife a favor. So that was you asked me for a situation where that might be
where you're trying to help out Fish and Wildlife because we have invasive water monitors.
That's being a good citizen right there.
Okay, so if you heard that, Floridians, we're suggesting that if you would like to help get rid of invasive species like water monitors, perhaps you might have sex with them like that guy did with the flamingo at Busch Gardens. Would you also recommend that they have sex with iguanas?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Here's my issue with this. How do you know if it's rape with a lizard? How do you know if the lizard's consenting or not? You don't know.
I don't think the lizard's consenting.
How do you not know that the lizard's consenting?
Because I don't think.
You sound like a salami burp.
A salami burp. I just was brushing my nose. I have the weirdest itch on the front of my nose, and it started right when we started the. Do
you have a hair? Do you have a hair? No.
Okay.
Usually you do though. All right, I got to read this to you just because it's fucked up.
This is
Vishal Mali found videos of 4 poachers gang raping a protected monitor lizard in one of India's top tiger reserves last month. He was genuinely befuddled and disturbed, as are we. The cases of humans raping animals like goats and cows are rare enough. But this is the first rape case, to my knowledge, involving a monitor lizard. I don't like that they're using the word rape here because you don't know. If you don't know.
No, that lizard is not.
So they killed the reptile and then cooked it and ate it. Out of the 73 surviving monitor lizard species across the world, India has only 4 species, and the population is dwindling fast.
There's so many jokes that they ate it after they raped it.
I don't like that they're using rape.
I don't like it either, but it's what happened.
Maybe that's why they're going under.
I bet they don't do that to a tiger.
They were charged under India's wildlife protection law, but granted bail 2 weeks later, taking legal help to charge them under the law that criminalizes bestiality.
So it was not an invasive species.
No, it's an endangered species.
Endangered species.
So,
please don't rape lizards.
But I'm getting to this. We don't know much about bestiality, and that makes it hard for experts like me to find out why it even exists.
Well, last night we were talking about all kinds of stuff, and then tonight we're talking about bestiality with a monitor lizard in India.
I actually, so I think bestiality is hilarious. I don't know why.
Of course you do.
I think it's the funniest fucking thing in the whole world. And like, I don't want any animals to be harmed, but just the idea that somebody would have sex with something of a different species. And I remember when I was single, and I made a joke to someone that I know. And again, I'm a little too deadpan sometimes, and people don't know I'm kidding.
Yes.
And 99% of the time, I'm kidding. And especially if I'm joking about something I absolutely should not be joking about, I'm for sure joking. But my thing with bestiality is this.
I'm like, just, yeah. I'm bracing.
When I was single one day, I came home. I'm fascinated by it because I think it's funny. And then there used to be a guy that called the Stern all the time that had a call, or he had sex with his dog or whatever, but he wouldn't have sex with collies, or he only had sex with collies. I can't remember what it was. But I always think of Sandy because, you know, they have those like miniature collie things.
She's out of the country. Say whatever you want about Sandy.
I don't watch a podcast anyway. Anyway, I was saying to my friend that I come home after a long day. The dog is so fucking happy to see me. I'm starting to understand why, people are having sex with their pets. I'm going to get myself some peanut butter and rub it all over myself. Obviously, I wasn't really going to do that. She thought I was serious. Next time she talked to me, she's like, "You're still thinking about having sex with your dog?" And I'm like, "Yes, obviously. I did it last night. It was great." People can't get a fucking joke. And if you know me, you should know that I'm joking about everything. Charlie says, Archbishop 401, as he calls himself, Florida has signs that say people should not molest the alligator. When I first thought, I laughed out loud. When I saw the second size, you realize, oh, this is a real thing. When they say molest an alligator, though, I think that they mean just like touch it in any way. That I don't think they necessarily mean in a sexual way.
Well, that one guy grabbed one and went into a liquor store.
He's going to have a massive fine. But that's I don't know how much of the actual molesting there is. I really do want to read this entire article, but not aloud to you guys.
Yeah, maybe that's your homework for tomorrow night's.
I'm not going to remember that shit. And I got to tell you, I'm really not that high, and it's probably making for a boring fucking podcast. All right, what was I looking up? I don't know. I was trying to figure out adrenal failure and Addison's disease today, and I couldn't figure that out. And I'm just generally trying to get it through every day as best I can. And some days I do better than others.
You're doing better than that lizard's doing.
Both today and yesterday were days of service to others and suffering on my own part, but that's okay because I'm happy when I can help.
Kind of like Jesus. Didn't he suffer for?
Oh, I was really high one night and was convinced that I was Jesus, the daughter of God.
The daughter of God. You do have a brother you don't know.
I have been here doing a lot of suffering. I actually got really pissed off at God yesterday. I was my friend Andrea has a family member who's sick, and she was telling me about it, and I was like, "What the fuck, God? Why the fuck do you do this? Why do you fucking make people sick?" And like that was like I basically was like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like I literally said it to God. What the fuck? And I don't think that's how you're supposed to pray. No. I think you're supposed to be like, "Our Father who art in heaven." Blah blah blah.
See your way to. There was an old National Lampoon record that my brother used to have, and there was a line in there. It was a radio call-in show skit, and the guy goes, "Hey, if there's a God, why did he let JFK, who's a Catholic, get murdered?" And
well,
yeah,
I mean, I think that we have enough evidence at this point to know exactly what happened to JFK.
God let it happen.
God or the CIA. We'll always wonder. There's been a lot of stuff that's come out recently that's I think it's opening a lot of people's eyes to corruption on every level in this country, and it's pretty concerning.
I have many theories.
I really want to live in the woods with Charlie.
I have many theories about the JFK assassination, but my favorite one is my new one, which is JFK got hit by a meteorite. Like a little tiny meteorite.
Just you trying to distract from like the reality of it, though. Like,
I think it's could have happened. It could have happened.
But all this information that's come out.
Oh no, I definitely think that there was a conspiracy.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
did.
Not, yeah.
Okay, so
but I'm not ruling it out.
You're not ruling out a meteorite.
Yes, it could have happened. There's a moving car, meteorite. Just the timing was.
You're here first. That's why Doug is not running for office.
That's why the Warren Commission was like, we don't
trying to get himself a job as a graphic designer. We'll see what happens.
You know what? I don't see a lot of other people coming up with new theories for JFK. They've all had their.
I think we've all had our theories, and I think that they're proving to be that CIA did it. So there's that. I don't have any other wise thoughts. You
don't have wise thoughts.
I don't know if I have any thoughts at all. I mean, honestly, like I spent 3 hours on the phone today.
Yeah, you were on the phone for a good long time.
And I had 4 hours. I was on the phone with Christina twice for a while. I talked to Zach for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I really just don't. You guys have any questions for us? Because today I don't really have a lot. I'm not particularly prepared. Doug, you got anything?
Do I have anything? It is World Turtle Day. I think we should.
Any more turtle things?
Does anybody have a favorite species of turtles they would like to share with us? I have one.
Soft shell turtles, hilarious. They look like uncircumcised dicks. So weird. Look up a soft shell turtle. You'll be like, that thing needs to get circumcised.
Indeed, it does.
Or not.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy. Do with your penis what you like to do with your penis, as long as it's with consenting adults or monitors.
I don't think you should do anything with a monitor lizard. If
the monitor lizard is I thought that they could fuck you up.
They can mess you up, yeah. Depending on how big they are. I mean, if they have to be a certain size.
They have ones that are like gator sized.
Not cool. Well,
4 footers, easy.
Yeah, 4, 5. Yeah, and with the
yeah.
tail they get bigger. There's probably a 4-foot-long monitor on Cape Coral running around.
Probably
right
the canal right over there.
Swimming.
Might be in the bushes right
doing
now.
its business.
Sometimes I hear noises in the bushes that are concerning.
No, I think it's a palm tree over there. It's
I also, you know what's interesting to me is we've never, and I hate to even mention it because it'll freak me out, but we've never had a snake. Been in Florida for a year and a half. We have not had a single snake. What do you got here? If it wasn't for the gopher tortoise that live in Cape, we wouldn't have the burrowing owls.
So they're nest predators is what the owls are. Interesting. Gopher turtle
really
does all the work. I was wondering about that too because I was like, how does an owl dig a hole that big or that like whatever? But gopher tortoises, not a turtle, but we will honor them today. I don't know if there's a national.
Most people, not like you, do not know the difference between a tortoise and a turtle. How about shelled individuals with cloacas?
Well, I think I would
a chitty chitty bang bang. What is the shell called?
It's a carapace.
A carapace.
Not
a carapace is a shell.
Would you take this seriously, please? I don't like your mirth.
I just don't remember what the fuck a carapace is. It's national turtle.
And now the underbelly, the bottom shell. Would you like to know what that's called?
Not really.
No, okay. I won't tell you.
But tell me anyway.
It's called the plastron. It's the plastron. So the snapping turtle is mean because it has a very small plastron, and it's got to be mean to defend itself because it can't pull itself in to its shell like most other turtles.
And so the top thing is called the chitty chitty bang bang?
Not called a chitty chitty bang bang. It's called a carapace. Carapace.
Carapace.
Yeah.
Top shell.
And then the bottom shell is called plastron. And you know what the neck is called? Neck.
Nice. Charlie wants to know if we are confused about his handle. Archbishop is a reference to how I use the bishops in chess to secure checkmate. And the 401 is the area code of my phone number that I got when I got a new phone. Now we know.
Yeah, there's 5 minutes of my life I won't get back, Charlie.
Charlie, I gotta tell you, I feel like you could do better. Big dick dome.
Hippodrome. Whatever, because that was a nightclub.
Big dick, big dome.
Big dome energy.
Big hat. Burrowing owls used abandoned tortoise burrows. I wish we have a fuckload of
we have owls everywhere.
Owls everywhere. We don't have any tortoises.
We need tortoise in here.
Lose my mind if a tortoise showed up at my house.
He would be our friend.
One of my Facebook friends had. It's actually really funny. One of my friends, Facebook friends, had a tortoise just show up on her fucking lanai and wouldn't leave.
That would be great.
And she's like, "What do I do?" And so she didn't know what to do, and she's trying to figure it out. And everybody's like, "Don't touch it; it'll go on its own." So the pest guy, who we happen to love, brought it across the street, even though I don't think you're technically supposed to touch them, but it was fine.
Apparently, tortoises and turtles have very good like sense of where their home is, and they will go back to it. So
you might have Alzheimer's. You don't know.
Well, if there's an Alzheimer's turtle, he's wandering around. So,
incidentally, I got to encourage absolutely everybody to Google Barbara O'Neill. This is that Australian chick that I was talking about.
When you said Barbara O'Neill, I thought that short-haired old lady from Shark Tank. What's her name? Barbara
Cochran.
Oh, well, you said. What did you say?
Barbara Cochran.
Cochran.
Did you watch that video I sent you about the basil?
I started to, and then you walked in the room and were telling me about something, so I didn't see it.
2 things to tell you. Woohoo! Todd is here. Todd, I got everybody praying for you, and we're all horrified that you're getting needles in your eyes.
Yeah.
Everybody here is horrified. Jeff's wife actually does this for a living. She's a lovely lady.
She says it's a piece of cake.
And apparently they don't discuss her work over the dinner table because it can be a little gross. But Todd's done this before, and he's a trooper. He's one of the bravest people I know. We're so glad you're here. So what was I talking about? Turtles,
Barbara Cochran.
Oh, Barbara O'Neill. So Barbara O'Neill is she's Australian, and she's doing a whole thing at like a week or two living at Living Springs Retreat, which I think might be in Tennessee, but I'm not really sure, where she's doing like a whole natural health education thing. And she talks about everything that you can imagine. She talks about perhaps detoxifying if you've had some things in your body that maybe you don't want there. She talks about, or that you're concerned about the side effects of. She talks about soda, and we would never talk about anything that would offend anyone. She also talks about high blood pressure. She talks about inflammation. She talks about cancer. She talks about, you name it, she talks about it, and she explains it in an understandable way and talks about practical things that you can do to heal your own body. Actually, I just watched her wrap. She had this guy. It was like a cancer treatment where you get like a third cup of lemon, a gallon of boiling water, and like 2 pounds of baking soda, and you wrap someone in it in like a towel soaked in this, and it's supposed to be excellent for cancer. Who knew?
I wonder if
don't know
that's
if
a
true or not, but
turns your body more alkaline or something
probably
like that. It sounds
but it's really interesting. And she's a big proponent of castor oil packs. Again, castor oil. If you have like a bone spur or a cyst or problems with an organ, you make a pack, you put it on that part of your body, you're good to go. What we tend to do, or at least I do, is rather than making a castor oil pack, I'll put the castor oil on and jump in the sauna. And then I just jump in the pool afterwards.
Apparently, castor oil is made, and I didn't know this, but it's from a castor bean or a castor nut.
That shit is
something
magical.
like that. And because I'd never heard of I'm wondering what the hell is a castor, and I'm like, okay, figured it out.
So I watched another woman who was taking they're taking medical tape.
Yeah.
And they take a Q-tip and they put castor oil on the medical tape, and then they'll put the medical tape like under their eyes. And like on their wrinkles, and their wrinkles go away, and it's supposed to help.
I'll try that because
it's also supposed to help with
situation going on.
It's also supposed to help with eyelash growth. Charlie's got another comment. Well, with Archbishop 401 name, people ask me if I'm religious or Christian Catholic. I answer no, I'm an alcoholic, and they don't ask me anything else after that.
Well, that worked.
Well, I'm proud of you that you are comfortable discussing your addiction, and I'm so proud of you for your sobriety. And I get to give Charlie his 10-year chip. It was one of the best honors of my life. I'm looking forward to giving him his 20 and his 30. I wish I had been there this year to do it. I was not. I feel bad, but I'm always there with you in spirit, Charlie. Perhaps next time I can do it via Zoom. But there's nobody in the world that we have more respect for than people who are able to get sober. It's so hard. And Doug and I both have people in our families that haven't been able to get sober. We have people, that are sober. And I can't speak for Doug, but maybe I will. We just have a tremendous amount of respect for you. And Charlie, his sponsee just got 2 years of sobriety, and he's involved in the program. He goes to the meetings, and I fucking love it.
He's doing good.
He's
doing good for himself and others.
He's living his life. And I hate to be like, hey kids, be like Charlie, because Charlie's a fucking character. But he's doing the things he wants to do with his life, and he's pretty much happy. Except he misses me because I'm delightful.
Well, there's that.
I'm a delightful pain in the ass to him, and he's a delightful pain in the ass to me. Sometimes we're besties, and sometimes we just annoy each other.
I would think that you're probably a delightful pain in the ass to most people.
Fuck you.
Marital hate.
I might be a delightful pain in the ass to most people. It's so weird because I've never, until recently, realized that I'm not like other girls, or like that I'm like not like normal people, because all these people are like, how long have you been like this? I'm like, been like what? I've had like 4 or 5 people ask me how long I've been like this. I'm like, been like me? I was born this way.
All right, Gaga.
Wow, that was aggressive. Do you have any thoughts?
I really don't. I don't really have a lot of thoughts today. Today was kind of a blur.
Call after call. Well,
you had a lot of calls. I had a call.
I had calls that I put my heart and soul into, and I hope that showed to the people that I was trying to help. So, what did our little friend say?
Says it's
Stacy, it's all good. I love your attitude.
Yeah, some of it's good. The rest of it's a pain.
And I wish you were here so I could hug and squeeze you, bony little fucker. He's so bony. It's
probably
like
not as bony as that
like
monitor lizard in India.
It probably feels to Charlie like he's hugging a marshmallow when he hugs me, and I feel like I'm hugging some sticks when I hug him.
A bundle of sticks is known as a
Charlie.
No, that was.
What are you doing?
I was itching my back on this chair right here.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Well,
so since we weren't super prepared tonight,
we were not prepared. We apologize for not having a rip-roaring
good time.
Example
we're just
of
kind of chilling out. It's going to be an early rap night, I think.
Yeah, and it might rain.
Although I do have a song. You Take My Breath Away by Muck Sticky. There is a new video. It is on YouTube. I definitely recommend checking it out. I love Muck Sticky. I really like the song. I really like the video. I did not like them together. I felt like it was kind of a downer for Muck Sticky. But I'm a huge fan, and I will
We'll
always
support
be.
pretty much whatever he does.
We
so
love him,
that's always
and he's
good.
local.
He is now.
Charlie says Stacy and I are delightful headaches for each other.
That's a good point.
We need t-shirts that say that.
I'm with stupid with the arrow.
So let's hear, what is everybody grateful for? Because you know what, even though we've had a struggle of a week and it's been chaotic, we're gonna focus on the positive things, and we're gonna get back into our groove tomorrow. I promise you, tomorrow night's show we will be well prepared.
I will tell you, I'm grateful that we had a second lizard on the little screen area today.
Yeah,
it was fun to see, and we had one out in the front, a big one out in the front on the wall outside of the living room window.
Oh, that one was fucking huge.
It was pretty big.
Yeah, I'll give you lizards. I'm also grateful that I was able to help people. That always makes me feel good.
I am grateful that today was National Turtle Day, because it'll raise awareness of the greatness that is our shelled brethren.
Turtles are different than tortoises. Turtles live in water. Tortoises live on land.
Yes, and you can tell by the shape of their shell normally, because the tortoise is a little bit more humped, because it doesn't have to be.
And there's freshwater turtles and ocean turtles. Freshwater
turtles and sea turtles, and soft shell turtles and shelled turtles.
What are the one turtles that's like a?
You have a snake neck turtle.
What the fuck is the turtle that I forget.
You have a box turtle, which
the box turtle. Okay, is that the one that you can't move? And
yeah, well, supposedly, yeah. But a box turtle is a beautiful animal. They're huge on the pet trade. I love one. They seem to have a lot of personality.
You're not supposed to take them away from their home.
Yeah, but if they're captive bred, whatever.
If they're captive bred, it's okay. Right,
anyways, the box turtle is it can actually completely close itself up like a box. And so you can pick this thing up and you think it's a rock. It's like you can't, like, what they do is, because they're predated by raccoons and stuff.
I have the funniest fucking rock story in the whole world.
The Donna rock story?
No.
Oh, there's another story about a rock?
Oh, actually I have two rock stories. So maybe
we've already spoken about the Donna rock story, I believe.
Maybe, but yeah. I don't know, maybe we cover it again. But this is a funny story. So we used to live oceanfront. And so one day,
this is the rock story where
stop.
Oh, this is very funny.
Do not ruin it like you did to my joke. I told a funny joke before Doug ruined the fucking thing because he had to be a wise ass. I was trying to do an interactive game, get everybody to go like this so they could be like, that's what the first time felt like. But no, Doug has to be a party pooper. Anyway, not the point. My daughter got a new phone. We're walking outside and Doug goes, oh, let me look at that. And he's joking and he takes a rock and
I reached down, I grab a rock without her knowing it, and I go, oh, this phone sucks, and I threw it over the ocean wall, like towards the ocean, thinking that the child will think, oh my god, there goes my phone. And what happened was,
this woman had like put her coffee cup down on the beach.
She was walking her dog, put her coffee cup down on the beach, and was dealing with the dog.
The 12,000 miles of coastline, the entire United States, Doug manages to hit this woman's cup.
I break her cup
everywhere.
And she probably thought it was a meteorite.
Oh my god! And we were so apologetic. We're like, "Oh my god, we're so sorry. We didn't think anybody was."
And then, of course, I had to clean up the beach because it was all glass. But what are the odds? I mean, I had no idea the lady was down there. But thank God we didn't hit her in the head.
We should have bought a lottery ticket that day. It was so bad. I feel so terrible. I feel so terrible for that poor person. That was so bad. And then the other rock story, which I guess I've told on the podcast before, but it's funny as fuck. My what does Charlie have to say? Whether we hate each other, questions or cannot stand each other's opinions, it's about a mutual love and care for each other. Exactly. We're besties.
The Charlie and Stacey show tonight.
Charlie, well, you know, I'm telling you, we could have like a whole year of Charlie and Stacey show just talking about nonsense. But that's a whole other mishigas. So the other rock story is this. I have a black Jeep Wrangler. 2011 black Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. It's a Wrangler Sport, nothing fancy, and it's a stick shift because all the cool kids. And so my friend Donna knew how much I love my Jeep, so she went out and bought one.
Black Jeep,
also black. I think hers is a 2015.
Little newer.
Black 4-door. Also a 4-door. I think hers is a Sahara, but on the outside, they look mostly the same.
Yeah, and it was kind of dark. Yeah.
So she went out to her car to get her purse because she left her purse in her car, and she opens the car, and she's like, "Someone stole my purse and put a rock in its place. Who the fuck does that?" So when she comes in to tell us, we are all dying laughing because I have a rock that I use as my emergency brake.
You always put it behind the
Put
tire.
it behind a tire, and problem solved. And as such,
So
Donna didn't realize she was in our car, not
yeah.
hers. It was pretty fucking funny. But I was just thinking about the like now it doesn't love to stay in gear. It wants to pop out of gear, and I wonder if it's from pulling the trailer down when we moved down here.
It could be from anything.
Could be that it's old as shit.
Could be
and
that
it should have an
it is
emergency
old.
brake and it's falling apart. It's got 200,000 miles on it, and at least it's still going strong, much like myself.
Yeah, well, it's a Survivor.
It's a hybrid. It burns gas and oil. Very proud of my Jeep.
I don't think that's what they mean by that, but
well,
it does burn two different things.
I'm thankful for this.
If it could burn coal,
I'm thankful for the pool because the second this podcast is over, I'm pulling this fucking dress off and jumping right the fuck in the pool.
But what she doesn't know is that when she hits end broadcast, the broadcast still goes for about 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah. That's what you don't know.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does. So you'll hit end broadcast and it'll say, and then it'll still say live over here. Viewers, if you want to stay for the credits, you might see a little woo.
I'm wondering what I've done or said in the past.
Probably said a lot of things in the past, but I did notice it the last time we were doing a podcast. So,
well, I'm thankful that I know that.
You know.
Podcast runs. Yes, Doug definitely should jam. He is a rock star dream, and he is live across the internet, but he should jam out. I have been trying to get him to jam out since our first podcast, and he hasn't done it.
To see that crap.
But I don't know if you have heard anybody watching. I don't know if you've heard our theme song, but Doug wrote and performed that song. It's called Perfectville. It's only the chorus that's there, and I really think that the whole song is absolutely amazing. Definitely check it out. And I don't know, how far are you from being done with your record? It's all close. Of it down yet?
Huh?
All of it down?
No, not all of it's down.
Get it all fucking down.
Yeah. Okay.
Get it all down. Bless you. I am grateful for the progress you have on your music so far. What else you got?
I am grateful I don't live in New England because my allergies would be 10 times worse than this.
Most people actually find their allergies get worse down here, but we've been pretty good about
doing the
local honey jam and sinus balm and all that shit. So I don't know.
We were supposed to get local honey on Saturday, but we didn't get up and out.
Not. I am grateful for Mona Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for the help that you could be, and I could be by proxy to a lot of people today.
Yep, helping people. And then the other thing I'm grateful for, I'm grateful that that you said today that you will never question my judgment again. I actually have this on video.
She made a prediction a long time ago, and she was adamant. I'm like, hey, look, we don't know this. We don't know this, whatever. You know, she's like, nope, this is fact. This is fact. Turns out today, fact.
But hang on a second. This has happened a lot.
It does happen a lot. Yeah.
Like when things that have happened in his workplace, I'm like, this person's going to get fired. This person's going to stay on. This person's going to do this. This person's going to do that. This is what's going to happen. I'm always right. I was right about this. I'm right about stuff all the time. I was right about some illegal and financial matter that we were talking about, and I was ignored. And there's all kinds of stuff I'm right about, and I'm sick of arguing with my husband. So now, whenever he says, I'm just going to show him that tape.
See, my problem is I'm not right in the moment, but I prove out right over time.
Sometimes.
So I have to be patient, much like the turtle who stays the course.
Sometimes you are right, and sometimes you're not. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I will tell you that I'm fucking sweating my tits off. Wow. Hey, Google, what's the temperature in Cape Coral?
In Cape Coral, it's currently 80 degrees.
80. But it's humid. It's crazy humid.
Yeah, it's crazy humid. It feels like it's 9,000 degrees because of the goddamn humidity. So I think we're going to have to start doing it inside so we're not miserable. Anyway, there's 6 of you guys here. We really appreciate you coming.
6 outstanding individuals.
The thing that we appreciate the most every single day of our lives is all the people that support the podcast, follow it, and interact with it. And I'm a little surprised. Anne's not here tonight, so that's why she's quiet.
No, Anne,
Tracy, yep. I wonder if Tracy's checking in while she's at work. I meant to talk to her. Yep. And I got her email from her last week, and I was going to send her something, and I never got to. Just keep getting distracted. So I'm the worst.
You need to write it down.
I'm sticking to myself right now, so we're going to go because I have to take my clothes off and jump in the pool. Doug, do it.
Thanks, everybody. I'll try to make sure that you don't